What's up, guys? Dwayne Richens, door-to-door realtor. Today I want to talk to you about systems. There's been a huge disconnect with a lot of agents, and it boils down to what they're doing each and every day. In order to have good business systems, you have to have good personal systems. Now, there's a bunch of different boxes you have to check. And if you're not checking those boxes, you will not perform. So let's dive in. Let's talk about those. Do you wake up in the morning on a schedule? Is there a time you wake up each day? Is it within a half hour each day? What do you do when you first wake up? Do you have it written down? If you don't, grab a piece of paper, guys. Let's dive in and get you a system built. For most people, they need to wake up. For me, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna dive into some scriptures. I'm gonna learn about God. I'm gonna keep and better my skills there to be more connected with God. That's the first thing I do every morning. Then I'm gonna spend time with my family. I make a hot breakfast for each one of my kids in the morning, get their lunches prepared for them, and spend some time with them. I also help them go out and do chores. On the farm, we've got a little farm, so I have them go out and do some of that work. And then, after they're off to school, I'm headed down, I'm gonna do some workout. I'm gonna spend some time in the gym. I'm gonna make sure that I feel the best. After that point, it's now work. So if you haven't dialed in a system similar to that, where you're spending personal time, it's personal time doing things that you need to do to help you be the best you that you can, time that'll help develop you so when you are out at work, you're not focusing back on things you didn't do. So what I'm gonna tell you oftentimes happen is people miss their scripture study or whatever those boxes are. And then they get to the gym, they're like, man, I'm not functioning very well because I missed reading my scriptures this morning. I missed saying my prayers. I missed doing those things. I didn't meditate. I didn't take the time to take care of me mentally in the morning. And so then their focus isn't there at the gym. Then they get to work and they're like, crap, I didn't get a good workout in because I was so worried about what I was doing this morning that I didn't get these things done, and they're at work. And I'm going to tell you the other major buckets that people have in life is family. Spending time with your family is a huge, huge thing. And a lot of people don't allocate time for it. So if you don't spend time with family, then they end up calling you during work. You end up spending time at work when you're supposed to be working, thinking about family, spending time with family. So then you get home from work, and what happens is you start worrying about work when you're with family because you didn't get everything done that you needed to get done. You didn't accomplish all the goals that you had. You didn't find enough people to put under contract. So the thing that I need to tell you is to draw a big circle, make a pie chart, section it out into 24 hours. How much time are you spending with family? How much time are you spending prospecting? How much time are you spending at the gym? How much time are you spending in learning? That's another huge bucket that people leave out often, is their progression. You have to be progressing personally in order to be able to get where you want to be in life. So education needs to be a big part of it. How much time are you spending? How much time are you spending practicing your craft? And then how much time are you spending on the other things that really matter at the gym? Are you consistent at doing those things? Because if you don't get consistent at doing those things, you are always going to be bouncing back and forth and back and forth. So in order to get your business schedule down, you've got to get a personal schedule down. You got to make it a routine. You got to make it to where it's comfortable, that you're getting enough sleep at night, that you're doing all the things you need to do so that when it's work time, and you can have that business schedule set up to where you can go and produce at a very, very high level. But systems are important. If you don't know where you're failing, you can't fix it. And if you don't have a system, you can't find out where you're failing. So your goal today is to sit down, write out a personal schedule, talk to your family, talk to your kids, talk to them about where their buckets need to be filled. And until you build a big enough business that's a repeat and referral client base, make sure you're checking all the boxes in your personal lives so that you can go and master the boxes in your business life. If you'll do that, guys, that's gonna bring you success. Thanks for watching.